making pet food. And this pet food is actually cooked. And I'm making it from a chicken that I cooked for dinner. And this is the neck. This is all the stuff like chicken wing tips, a little bit of the thumbs, neck, head, all that is going in here. It's going to cook. There's actually a cat right next to me waiting for goodies. Right. So they tend to know when I'm making pet food. I'm going to brown all of this so that all that deliciousness comes out. All that flavor. I'm going to brown it. And then I have a little bit of beef gelatin here. I don't want to really promote the company because nothing is sponsored. Anyway, it's just powdered beef gelatin and a little bit of water here. What is that? I don't know what it is. There we go. Probably a cup or so. No, it's less. 2/3 of a cup. All right. I'm going to let that brown beautifully. I am going to add a little bit of salt because my animals love a little bit of salt. I guess give them some pink salt. Just a pinch. Bring out some of that flavor. I'm going to actually put some of this right now so it makes a really delicious, thick broth. And I'm just going to let that cook for as long as it wants to cook. It's so soft, and I do include all those bones in there. So I'm just going to let that sit. I'm going to let it cook. That's it. I have baby chicks that are hatching right now, so I'm going to go tend to those while this is cooking. I'm going to increase the heat. Let's see. Increase the heat. There we go. And we're just going to let that cook. Okay. And I'm back. Look at that. I actually have on the stove this is a pork stew that I made, and I'm going to use some of that juice to really uplift my wonderful cooked pet food. So it's not often that I have cooked pet food. They usually eat raw, but they do, you know, the cooked pet food, which is, again, meat-based. All my pet foods are meat-based because cats and dogs are carnivores. They are not anything but carnivores. That is not to say that they do not enjoy things like dates or blueberries, because the truth is that they really do. It's bizarre, but it's also really fun. All right, and there we go. I'm just gonna, I want that to be really delicious. I love pork stew, and so I want to make sure that I give them what they like. My little handheld grinder will not grind up. My immersion blender will not grind up the chicken legs, but I'm going to debone all these chicken legs and both those chicken legs, and then it'll be easier for me to use the immersion blender. I'm also going to go get a jar right now so that it's ready whenever I am. I'll show you close up of what this looks like right now, because it's looking absolutely stunning. See that? It's just stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get the jar so that it's ready, and I'll put everything in glass. Just a really useful glass. So I'm gonna get a fork and then debone those two bones, the leg bones, because they're feet and such. I'm gonna keep everything that I can keep. Oh, there we go. They love this when it's all like super soft and a little bit of salt for flavor. I don't waste anything. I truly do not waste anything. So I cook up a whole chicken, and I add a little more water here. There we go. Getting ready, once I finish scraping these leg bones, these, then I can add the gelatin. But what I was gonna say was that I don't waste anything. I cook up a whole chicken. Of course, it's clean on the inside. It's eviscerated. It's clean. Let's not be crazy, right? But I do keep the feet, I keep the necks and the heads for this whole reason right here, to make stock, to make broth, to make soups, and to make my pet food. My pets are hard-working cats and dogs, and they work very hard on the farm. This will go to the dogs. They love these. These are their favorite snack once a week. Of course, you have to be very careful if your dogs are not used to that. I don't recommend that you do anything that I do. Please do not do what I do, because it's, could find your pets in a world of hurt, okay? So please do not do what I do. All right. There we go. I'm going to add the gelatin now. And it's not too much gelatin, really, just a little bit. See? This is a very small scoop, but this is not even a full scoop. I'm going to sprinkle that right over that. And that's going to help bring it together after it's cooled down. Now, one thing I do not do is I do not overcook any of my meat. So I try to just cook it enough. And now, especially when I'm making pet food, I do not like to overcook. Here's another bone that does not grind up very well. I've got cats all around me waiting, trying to find the other bones and then sharp bones too. I want to get them out because I don't want to grind those up. See, this is a really sharp bone and I don't want to grind that up. There should be one more bone in here that I have to remove. I don't remove the neck bone. Ta-da! 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 I will double check now to see if there's anything else I have to do. Any other bones that I have to remove? I do not want any bones to be sharp or getting stuck in their little tiny jaws. All right, let me get the immersion blender. And this immersion blender was sent to me from my good friend Mia in Maine. This I use all the time. It is my best tool in the kitchen. Sent me this wonderful stainless steel immersion blender that I use all the time. It's awesome. I am going to make a lot of noise, so turn down your volume. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got a little bit messy, that's all right. All right, I'm going to turn that off. It's done. It is finished. So this is not mush. It is chunky, and I'm looking for one more bone. It should not be in here. There it is. That's not it. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm going to show it to you. This is 100% chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. It's not mush. It's like a stew. It's made with the neck, the head. It's made with the meat from the feet, the wings, the wing tips, and the bum. I'm going to let it cool down just a hair before I put it into the jar. In the meantime, I'm going to clean my immersion blender. Wipe this up. All right. So I'm just gonna put that in the jar. You can hear the walkie-talkie in the background. The cats can smell the food a mile away. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the jar. And I got this not mush, just nice. Is that the bone I was looking for? My goodness, there it is. There's the second bone. Let's not put that in there. So just put everything in this jar. Super quick. Making a pet food for my cats and my dogs. I also make a churro. I also make like a pork churro, chicken churro, or is it churu? Churu. It's that famous brand name where I do make it like into a paste for them. But I make one out of chicken. I make one out of beef. I make one out of pork. And I also do a lot of raw, okay? Raw, because they are, after all, dogs and cats, and they are carnivorous, and everybody here eats a proper species-specific diet. Including me. Almost done. Finished. So, thank you for joining me. Until next time, have a great day.